Hey, good morning. It's Ed, and good to be here today. I want to talk about how to handle your life when you're feeling stuck. So the first thing to remember is your brain loves to organize information. So take a moment. If you're one of these people that is feeling stuck, just pause, close your eyes, and go, okay, this is what stuck feels like, and then name the sensations. Like, are you tight in your chest? Does the back of your head hurt? Does the front of your head hurt? Does your throat get tight? Does your solar plexus get tight? Do you feel like tightness in your jaw? So just scan your body and just notice what sensations show up. That's the first step. Second step is to name the emotion. The big six emotions are anger, fear, sadness, shame, surprise, and joy or happiness. All right. Most emotions, what we see today, fall into one of those six. There can be variations, like frustration to me is like watered down anger, but you get the point. Just name the emotion. If you can just remember those six, usually 99.9% will fall into one of those buckets. All right. Okay, and then I find it helpful to say, is this feeling familiar to me? Because oftentimes, remember, neuroscience says that 85 to 95% of the time, we're using habituated patterns that we've adopted since birth. So if you ask the question, is this familiar to me? Then what starts happening is you start untangling the pattern that you took on when you were little. And that pattern, most of the time, has very narrow scope. When we're little, we don't have the ability to do critical thinking, so we don't have a very wide perspective of what else might be going on. So we draw false conclusions, and then that turns into a belief system. So we want to untangle that. We want to change that into a belief system that's more flexible and adaptable. All right. So then the next step 4, is what's the perspective that I'm taking that is keeping me stuck? Ask yourself the question, okay, I'm stuck right now. So what am I assuming right now? That maybe if you're trying to find a job, that I've done everything I can, or no one wants me, or I'm not good enough, or whatever it might be. Just write those down on a piece of paper and then look at that and say, wow, like, my perspective is so narrow, it's no wonder that I'm not coming up with new ideas and things. And remember, the learning cycle is about exploring feedback, learning more, adjusting your belief system, adjusting your knowledge. And that's what we want. We want to keep this loop going. Over time, that's why you see people that have spent years and years in one topic, why they're the expert, because they've dove so deep into that topic. There's not much they can't handle, and new information that comes in, it just connects the dots even more. So the younger you are, the more difficult this is. As you get older, you start honing in on what your expertise is and what you're passionate about. But when you're younger, you want to stay open to exploring. And what people don't realize is when you're little, if parents are very controlling, that propensity gets squashed, okay? And so as you get older, you want to loosen the grip of those belief systems or those patterns that you're still using as an adult. So what's the perspective I'm taking that is keeping me stuck is the question you want to ask yourself. And then ask yourself, and this is the most critical question, what do I want? Well, I want to be open to possibility. I want to meet new people that maybe can link me to this new job. I want to build relationships with people so when a job comes up, they think of me, and whatever else it might be for you. All right. And then the final question for this particular scenario is, what can I do different? And I can't emphasize this enough. The more that you explore different variations and different ideas, the easier it's going to be for you in life to have a learning model that's adaptable and flexible. All right, I know you probably have questions. Be thinking about what I just said. There's a lot of gems in there, and I hope it's useful to you. Many blessings. We'll see you in the next tip.